Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Because I'm pointing to y'all hoes out there. But y'all know I still got some love for y'all hoes. But, well, it's not so much a Merry Christmas for some folks out there. Now, I know it wasn't a Merry Christmas for me. Because I was supposed to go over to my nephew's in-laws' house. But there was a bit of confusion. Went to the mother and father-in-law's house, but apparently it was supposed to be the grandmother and grandfather-in-law's house, and that shit was like 20 miles away. And I thought about it, and I said, fuck that shit, because I was already at the in-laws' house there, and I'm like, man, shit, I've been out here like 20-some odd minutes and shit. Nobody up in this piece. Fuck that shit. I'm leaving. Kind of like I'm leaving this hellhole right here. So I can tell by the boxes at the corner. Y'all don't see them big ass boxes over there. You see the little box right there. What the fuck there? Shit gonna be gone by Saturday. Shit gonna be gone. Cause I'm gonna be gone. Just like James Vaughn is. Well, no, not just like us. James Vaughn is gone for real. Check this shit out.
We're just 2 miles away from Ferguson, Missouri, which has really been the epicenter of a lot of the protests that we've seen here over the last several months. Anytime something happens here, you can imagine that tensions can get very high, and that's what we saw overnight. We know at least 4 people were arrested for assault on a police officer. We know that at least one officer was injured trying to get out of the way. And again, at one point you can see video where what looked to be fireworks or some sort of explosive device, something thrown out toward the gas station here. So it was a night of unrest, but now we're starting to get the facts, and really that's what people are looking for. We're hearing the police account of what happened. We're also seeing surveillance video from the store where the shooting happened. There are cameras on either side of it. I want to talk about the different angles that we're seeing. There's one angle that if you look up in the corner of the screen, you can see what look to be 2 men and a police officer. This is after the officer pulled up, and one of the men seems to be pointing what looks to be a weapon. There's a second angle that police also put out. Doesn't show nearly as much, but you see a person lunging forward in the corner of the screen. A third angle shows much more. This is presumably after the officer fired his weapon, but it looks to be the police officer stumbling, falling backward. Again, presumably after firing his weapon, then getting back up to his feet, and then returning to his patrol car. So police are promising to do a thorough investigation. The mayor of this town says that he is going to look into all angles, but so far he believes that his police officer acted in self-defense.
That's right, Camille. It was an intensely emotional and somber scene as relatives showed up here outside Oakwood Mall to discover that it was their own loved one who was shot so violently inside the mall on Christmas Eve.
It's very difficult. All you can do is pray.
This grieving grandmother rushed to Oakwood Center Mall after word began to spread of a shooting inside the busy shopping center.
I told my daughter I was coming to the mall. I heard that someone had got shot, but I didn't know it was him.
And when you found out it was him?
I wanted to be sure.
She soon had confirmation that her grandson, James Vaughn, was the victim after her daughter received a heartbreaking call.
Somebody called the family and told them that her son had just got shot 3 times in the head.
Once news began to spread, dozens of family members and friends arrived to the mall still in disbelief.
It's hurting. We didn't expect this, you know.
And so close to Christmas.
So close. I was just getting ready to cook, but it's changed my spirit.
Police say Vaughn had just made a purchase at Foot Locker and was turning to leave when the suspect shot him 3 times.
He told his mother that he was coming to the mall to get her a gift, so somebody eventually followed him. These young people don't care. They don't even think.
Now this family is left grieving the unthinkable, a loved one killed on the eve of Christmas. The suspect who was arrested after a foot chase has been identified as 25-year-old Gary Francois of Marrero. He and the victim, 24-year-old James Vaughn of Harvey, both have extensive criminal histories in Jefferson Parish, and homicide investigators say they believe that the suspect, the victim, was a targeted person in this shooting. On your side in Gretna, I'm Casey Ferran, WDSU News. All right.
There you go. James Vaughn ain't coming back. James Vaughn ain't gonna have no new fucking address or shit. Well, no, let me change that shit up. So I have a new address because I have to go like P.O. Box 1234 to P.O. Box 4321. But I'm likely to leave my P.O. Box the same. It's in the same general vicinity. But James Vaughn is going from this earthly plane of existence to a nice corner in hell. You might, whoa, what? Hold the fuck on. Be cussing at me and shout. Till you know who the fuck it is you cussing at me about. Now, look at the article. You could pause the video, right click that shit, open in a new tab, and then read the damn article and shit. And you'll see. James Vaughn was no angel. Far from an angel. And apparently he had some beef. And I don't mean that ribeye steak, but he had some beef with Gary Francois. Maybe Francois wanted to have a little sexual with him. I don't know what the fuck the situation is. Because if you check out the article, you'll see Gary Francois was no angel himself. Both of them niggas had lengthy criminal records. Shit, get that shit in the video. Lengthy criminal records. I guess they crossed paths in the past. And Francois was like, yo, yeah, I got the ups. As my great-grandfather would call that shit. Well, no, actually, that was my grandfather. He said, make sure you got the ups. So Gary Francois had the ups. Because Vaughn wasn't expecting shit up there in that Foot Locker. Why would he? There are security cameras in the Foot Locker. There are security cameras in the fucking mall. There are security cameras outside the fucking mall. Unless you didn't give 2 plug nickels for your life. Which apparently Gary Francois didn't. Francois didn't give 2 plug nickels about his life. Because he caught up with James Vaughn up there in that Foot Locker. Put some of that hot shit in his ass. Wasn't no shit coming out of his ass. That was that hot shit going in his ass. And left his dick in the dirt. You want to leave the mall, broke bitch. Broke bitch. Because they caught you a couple blocks away from the damn scene of the crime. And then you won't be on the foot chase. The foot chase. From the cops. And they captured you. What the fuck? If death meant nothing to you, to the point that you took the life of James Vaughn. Yes, he was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit. But you took his life and felt dealing death was nothing. Coward ass bitch. Why the fuck did you just decide not to deal death again? Or have death dealt to you? It's like when you're playing blackjack. The dealer may deal you blackjack. Or the dealer may bust out and deal themselves death. You busted that player. You busted the player at at first base, we'll say. You busted that player at first base. James Vaughn. But then you got somebody sitting on 20 at third base. There's somebody sitting at 20 at third base. Instead of playing by house rules and hitting that soft 17, you decided to stay. Stay here on this planet. Stay here in this plane of existence. Instead of taking that hit like the house does. Soft 17, house is going to take that hit. Why didn't you take that hit? Fuck it. You knew your bitch ass was going to jail, Gary Francois, with your fruity bitch ass. You knew your ass was going to jail for decades. So if you knew you was going to jail, and this is my question to you, biatch, why didn't you decide to have some company? End up in the gallery of fallen soldiers. You shot somebody else. You committed another crime, but then you took a police officer with you. But you want to run from them. Why the fuck didn't you run from James Vaughn when you saw him up there in the Foot Locker then? It's okay for James Vaughn to face death and accept his fate. You saw the police up in there. So you ran like a biatch. You ran like a biatch. Why didn't you face death then? If it was alright for James Vaughn, it should have been alright for you, biatch. Biatch. But that's what I'll be talking about. Fucking cowards. Catch somebody sleeping up in the cut. Oh, you big, bad, bold motherfucker, you. Oh, yeah. But when your time comes and you see death walking, striding, running towards you, why don't you take a stand instead of running like a pussy? Both you, Gary, bitch-ass Francois, and James, piece of shit, Vaughn, were both the dregs of society. Neither one of y'all was worthy of the life that you were given. But to kill that man, to kill that male, to kill that black male on Christmas Eve, that was some fucked up shit. Francois the biatch. Some fucked up shit. And when you first look at him, what do you see? A gaggle of a gaggle of females. There may be bitches, I don't know. I don't have that information at this point in time. I'm not going to go back and touch on that subject. A gaggle of females. Probably, you saw the grandma. One of them was probably the mom. One of them was probably her sister. You know, where was daddy? Where was his dad? Maybe he wouldn't have turned out to be a piece of shot. A shot. Dead, desiccated shot right now. Because he got a couple of holes in it. Equal opportunity. Yes, the police take liberties when it comes to the taking of the life of a black male. Take hell of liberties. So I believe we should take hell of liberties when it comes to the taking of their lives. But when you got shit like this, black on black like this, to me, it's a 2-for-1. One incident, 2 niggas gone. One in the ground, one in the joint. Better off if both of them was in the ground. It would be nice to see black people prosper. But just like your garden will not prosper unless you kill the weeds. If there were to be a black community, it could not prosper unless you kill the niggas. Whether it be killing them literally, killing them by just ostracizing them from the society, segregating them, putting them in jail. Either way, the weeds need to be pulled. The weeds need to be gone in order for you to have a growing black community. This is the Christmas special. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Unless your last name is Vaughn. Fuck it. I'm gone.